everybody, it's Alexia from amysticspath, back to bring you guys some more clarity. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching Sagittarius' tarot scopes for the month of May 2021. Now, this video is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars placement Sagittarius. Now, if you are new to the channel, I want to say before I get started, please make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any more pick-a-card readings, messages from Spirit, weekly guidance, or monthly guidance. Now, I kind of want to go ahead, dive right in, and see what it is that the divine wants my Sagittarian people to know / be aware of and take advantage of during the month of May 2021. What does Spirit want my Sagittarian people to be aware of during the month of May 2021? We have the card of Mercury, House 8, okay, the Moon, okay, and Maudable, all right, which is Sagittarius is a Maudable sign, I should say it that way. All right, so what it is that I'm seeing is I feel like there is going to be a transformation to one, I feel like the way it is that you're thinking about things and the way that it is that you're doing things. But not only that, there's a transformation to your desires, your intuition, your wants, your needs. And there's a change to your fears. They may be, some new fears may be coming in that you have to work through. But for the most part, I see that the fear, like not fears, but desires, emotional desires are being transformed at this time, and there's this energy of things kind of changing and being adaptable to this transformation. All right, and then I kind of feel like that this is stemming from this Mercury card of really Mercury and connecting with House 8, which is really connecting with Pluto and the energy of Scorpio on our mental state, which is really kind of taking that energy of manifesting and pushing that energy for change and calling out for that energy of change for your desires, your emotions, what it is that you want to create, and that you're using your mental state, your communication, whether it's writing, whether it's speaking out loud, however that is, for this transformation. And the butterfly on this Mercury card is really standing out to me as well. Okay, we have a higher view, seeing beyond, a merry motive, and broken open. So I feel like it's really looking at the bigger picture, looking at the bigger picture of what it is that you're calling in and what it is that you're trying to manifest. Make sure that we're coming from a very good space, that this is, about the happiness and healthiness and peacefulness of us. Make sure that you're coming from a healthy space. And really, it's like really opening up to the universe and opening up to the possibilities of the universe. Generally optimistic, but let's not act like my Sagittarian people cannot be pessimistic, because it is either we are overly optimistic or we can be very pessimistic. It depends on where your energy is at. And it's like the energy of optimism is really what opens things up. Yes. Okay. And that's the thing. I feel like some of my Sagittarian people need to be connected back to their optimistic nature, because there is the energy of really needing to take a bold step this month and really take a chance on yourself. Know that the universe is your partner, that you are literally in the hands of the divine. And what it is that you're speaking out, what it is that you're calling out during this month is you writing your own fate. All right? Do not let any pessimistic energy, because you can't, like you're lacking the vision, or there may be something blocking the vision because of the spiritual narcolepsy card that has came up. That means that you kind of have to find your way again. So you may just be in a pit of frustration that Spirit is even saying to use that emotion to create this change. Okay. Yes, exactly. Emotions. We have 3 of Cups, all right? And this here is looking at, this card mean, in this deck, not in the like Rider-Waite in general, but in this deck means reconciliations, all right? So bringing things almost together and kind of reforming them, all right? Reforming things that may have even been messed up before, all right? That's what this card is speaking of, is kind of bringing that together through emotions, all right? And making something from, like making a change happen from the emotions that are expressed, okay? Okay, yes. We have the 10 of Swords, which is showing that energy of that like rock bottom, frustrated, just feeling like you don't even have the energy to kind of go forward, all right? And it, like, I feel like this is very physical energy. It may not be mental, or it may stem from the mental, but it's literally just like getting up. You know, it's the energy of getting up. It's hard. Princess of Staves, all right? We have the Death card and the Hanged one. And I feel like there's almost these energetic responses and things that you do that need to kind of be refocused and transformed, and kind of, I feel like these pieces need to be sat with and recognized, but also transformed. And it's like a knowledge, and I guess I want to say, like, it's stemming from this energy of the Princess of Staves, which can be very, very go on the go mode, and really just focused, and will be focused until they get burnt out or distracted. And it's taking that energy of one, like where it is that there may be infractions of how easily you may get distracted, or how much you push and push and push yourself until you get burnt out. And it's rejuvenating those aspects of yourself and putting to bed and putting to rest these parts of you, and seeing why it is that they're there and why it is that they're so prominent, I feel like. And that's where we see the Hanged one come in, because when we're looking at the Hanged Man, this is stillness for enlightenment, and we're really transforming the energies of, I feel like the energy of like controlling, not controlling necessarily the outcome, but the energy of controlling in general, of how everything needs to go. That's something that needs to be looked at in the merging of receiving and being like really manifesting before you can get to your creation coming in. And things, yes, like what it is that you're seeing, what it is that you're hearing from Spirit, what it is that you're have your mind set out on, before that this is going to move from the page stage of something that's just starting out, that's kind of childish energy. It moves from this space when you, okay, we have the 4 of Cups, okay, so it's like removing from the space of the beginning of what it is that you want to call in for yourself. To move from that, we have to kind of really examine the parts of us that hinder us, and you hinder your flow when you're causing yourself to continually burn out, because then you have to take way more time to recharge. And that's what causes you to be a fallen angel in spiritual narcolepsy and be pessimistic, all right? Because we need to be really focused on the road ahead of us and what it is that we're supposed to be doing, but not in a way that we have the Page of Coins, which is more grounded, more, the energy is more neutralized and focused and spread out into different areas that need focus, and not just all focused in one thing. It's very practical energy that you need to kind of switch over to that, all right? Instead of kind of standing in both of, like, trying to be where it is like that we're going to run off of impulse. It's like this back and forth teeter-totter thing, and trying to be practical. We really have to cut through that and be on the more practical end of what it is that actually everything that has to get done, and not just focusing on what you feel like is the most important or what you feel like is the most important emotionally. It's almost the energy of learning how to slow down this month. Slow down, focus, and have some good hard work ethic about what it is that you're doing and what it is that you need to be focusing on. And remember that things aren't going to be necessarily happening overnight. Remember, when you are manifesting and really putting out your manifestation this month, that don't expect to put this out and then wake up tomorrow and everything is going to be falling into line, because that's where that fire energy really gets frustrated. Okay, we have to remember to be practical and focusing on what it is, focusing on everything that we need to be doing, not just what it is that we essentially want, what is all of our responsibilities, and it's almost like coming to a balance instead of a hyper focus. That is one of your really big tasks this month. So really make sure that you work on that energy of force and control and like obsession towards the main thing that you want. Because transforming this, but it's not just working on like, okay, Alexia said I have to work on this, so I'm going to work on this. No, it's more than that. It's understanding why these impulsive tendencies are and why you get frustrated and all of this. Begin to learn yourself better. Begin to know yourself better, because that's when it comes in to be able to have the information to combat what it is that needs to be changing. There has to be something else that's done differently. All right, so and to be able to do something differently that works for you, you have to begin to understand yourself and understand where it is that you're coming from, why it is so important for you. And all of these things are important to know during manifestation of your desires too. Why do you want it so bad? Why is this such a big deal? Where is this stemming from? To be in a line of clearness, because one, the universe doesn't want to give to you something when it feels like you're reaching. When it feels like you're reaching for anything that's better than what it is that you have, because you may not necessarily want that. It may just seem like it's better than what it is that you have. So you have to really, really focus, again, not on being distracted or anything like that. And focus on what it is that you want to bring in, what it is that you want to really build up, what transformations do you need or want to make for your desires through manifestation, and then take the time to really process why it is that you want that. And even before of doing set manifestation or set focusing on why it is that you want what it is that you want. Is it stemming from escapism? Or is it stemming from something that it is that you really actually truly feel like you want? And I'm not saying that it is stemming from escapism, but for some of my Sagittarian people, there's some of you that it most definitely is, because that is how we are wired. We don't like something, we move on to a different part of the world to experience something new. So we need to see where our energy is rooted at, and why it is that we are the way that it is that we are, and why it is that we get those impulsive streaks or generally frustrated when we want something to move faster than what it is that it's moving. All right, so my job for my Sagittarian, high Sagittarian placements is to focus on understanding why it is that you want what you want, seeing what that is. You may have some revelations and some changes to what it is that you want, all right? So be open to those as well, and then focus on your desires. Focus on adding that change and what it is that you have to put into, what you have to put in energetically, and how you have to speak things out to do so. But I feel like this is a really big call to really sit with yourself. Why is it that some of these things, your impulsivity or the way that you get distracted or frustrated when things aren't working out, or you feel like they're not working out, what does that look like, and what does your patience look like? And really look at this before you stumble into really trying to force something into the universe that the universe wants to see. Is this what you truly want, what it is that you truly desire? Or are you just uncomfortable with where it is that you are now and irritated and agitated because you want more and you want different? Okay, so that is what I'm seeing for my Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars placements. If you feel like you need a reading specifically for yourself, please do not hesitate to contact me, because this is for a very general audience, and I would love to work with you. Everybody have a great day.